He's another Paul, you know. Works.
My name being taken in vain? Sorry, just relax. Just relax. Yeah, yeah, don't worry.
Never started it.
Ireland. You see Tiger?
It's not all there.
We came with our own unique thing.
I thought it was blood.
Yes. And that's what we normally do for group projects.
Huh?
That is what I normally do for group projects. As opposed to what we just have all these things. You involve the members, names, and the surname or the first name as part of making it a team. Right.
I thought
She commented on it.
she commented on that.
Yeah, she mentioned it.
Oh, she said she liked our logo or something like that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Okay, wow.
Did some serious work on
He
that.
has gone before. There is the bank man.
Good morning. We're very happy to be afforded the opportunity to present to you this morning our proposal for the enhancement of our archive management program for Jam Case Brewery. And we really do appreciate that you've taken the time to meet with us to listen to our proposal. Our team this morning is Sylvia, Antonia, Jean, Avalon, Emerson, and Marva, and I'm Cora, and we will be making the presentation to you. Sylvia?
Good morning to all. I'm Sylvia. I'm going to be dealing with the vision, our mission statement, and our archival mandate. Our vision is, as you can see there, to go where no other brewery has gone before. And our mission now is to be the leading global producer of fine quality beer and spirit in the region. Our archival mandate is to acquire, preserve, and make accessible records in all format and medium available to the company, stakeholders, and the wider public. I'll now turn it over to Antonia, who will be giving you the history of
That's
that.
more precise than anyone.
Hi, good morning, everyone. In terms of the history of our brand, Jam Case Brewery was established in 1910 as a family business. The brewery is renowned as the oldest beverage company in the region and the largest brewery distillery. We manufacture and export the most successful range of alcoholic drinks in the Caribbean. Today, we export globally to the U.S., with the U.S. being our largest market, and we are looking to penetrate other emerging markets such as Asia and Latin America. Our company is faced with a challenge. The challenge whereby the company is now in the process of rebranding its core rum and beer products. This will draw heavily on the company's heritage and historical memory. However, our archives have been so badly mismanaged that it constitutes a threat to the continuous success of our business. I will hand you over to Jean now.
Thank you, Antonio. I'm looking at the strategic priorities for the next 5 years. We will seek to develop and implement an archive management system to, one, secure the information to preserve the legacy of the company. We too are excited about this company, which we consider our own as well. We will seek also to develop an archives policy and procedural manual, and included in that would be records disaster planning and business continuity planning. As you know, we live in the tropics and we are prone to hurricanes and floods and so on. We will also support the efficient and effective research by the management and the wider public, for example, historians. We will also seek to secure and preserve legacy documents and acquire, preserve, and make accessible records in all formats and media. Further, within the next 5 years, we will seek to use the archival history. You know that we have a rich Caribbean heritage, and we have the prime position of being the oldest company in the region. And we will support our marketing and sales project for rebranding. And finally, we will train, and we will seek to train and retrain the archival staff to improve the efficiency and effectiveness and to ensure compliance with the relevant legislation. And as you know, our conservator will retire at the end of this year, so we will also seek to have someone trained to do that, given the state of our records. Thank you.
Well, good morning to one and all. So now we're going to look at how all these activities are going to fit into supporting the company. So the archive's ability to provide sound, reliable evidence will allow for greater efficiency, better client relationship management, and thus enable Jam Case breweries to better compete. Our business continuity planning will better enable Jam Case breweries to remain in operation in the event of a disaster or adverse event. So within that framework, we're going to be formulating policies, and the policies are going to be fitting in terms of disaster planning, vital records, training, the whole 9 yards. So the policies will fit into that. We are also going to have the maintenance and preservation of institutional memory, which will allow for the testimonial that we see that Jam Case, the success of Jam Case within the region. We are going to support research, and it will aid in the marketing intelligence. It will help with the product diversification and innovation. And as the oldest distiller, we have access to primary information from the archives, which will present unique insight into the key export destinations. We intend to coordinate outreach programs, namely communities, by assisting the community archives, advising way forward, tours of the facility, entertaining queries, supporting education through scholarship grants and bursaries. We're going to conduct a macro appraisal. We're going to do inventories and increase collaboration with creators and users of the records in order to develop a sound disposition schedule to read out non-archival records. And of course, if we collaborate with our records manager, we will have an input in terms of how to create and how to identify archival material before it's even listed. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. So what are required resources for some of these things? First and foremost, we need a sponsor. We need executive management support, because none of this would be possible without executive management support. We also need to ensure that we have adequate financial resources at our disposal. We say adequate because we want to ensure that we get what we need to implement the 5-year strategic plan. We also want to include, in terms of considerations for financial support, support to procure the necessary equipment. And equipment in this respect would mean whether you're looking at open shelf solutions, mobile shelves, looking at facilities, a purpose-built facility, whether there's an issue with climate control, whether there's an issue with an electronic solution, or if we want to go the route of having a specific purpose-built electronic records management solution to deal with the entire records life cycle from creation through maintenance, disposition, and so forth. We also want to look at the various industry standards out there. We need technical guidelines. We're not just implementing these proposals based on based on a whim. We want to ensure that we comply with international standards. So we're looking at the IS, the International Standard on Archives Description General, and we're looking at the ISO 50489 standard as two best practices that we want to keep in mind to define the process. We also want to look at human resource issues in terms of talent management. What are the necessary capacities that we currently possess? What are the areas within which we lack capacity? Whether or not we need to train people, whether or not we could, we could implement some kind of professional development program where we can get that skill into the organization. And also in terms of call down expertise, whether we need to get a vendor or we need to get a consultant to deliver some of these requirements. And of course, the consideration, as I mentioned before, for software, hardware, and there are also considerations as well for endowments. We can look at alternative financial sources, grants. We're the biggest distillery. We could look at some kind of grant support because we are a critical actor in the regional economy. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to further dialogue. Thank you.
Good morning. Let's have a brief look at how we're going to implement some of these ideas. I'm sure by now you're excited about the project. We will need to conduct an inventory first to ensure that we are clear as to what we have. We see lots of stuff in the archives, but we're not sure what exactly is archived and what is not. And we may need to separate what goes into a record center and determine what is archivable. So we will need to do that, and we will conduct interviews with our staff and with our users to ensure that we understand what they need to keep, what their retention policy is, and we will need to look at first having a policy, because we are not sure that there's a policy within the organization as to how records are handled. We will select those archival records and also our vital records, and ensure that our vital records are preserved in a way that supports business continuity and disaster planning. We will need to hire a cleaning agency first thing, because we need to get that madness under control. So we will, and we don't plan on doing that part ourselves. So we will hire some persons to take care of that manual labor, and then we will go in and do our aspect of it. We spoke about financial resources earlier, and I know that scares you, but we hope that after this wonderful and beautiful project has been completed, that TB will be able to earn some income to help support our annual expenditure. As you know, we're located in a historical area, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and persons are anxious to come in and see what we have and tour our site, and we hope that will earn some income for us. Any other questions? Our team is free to answer any questions. Any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Any questions?
You are over here.